I just want to know, are there any people out there in their 30s who feel like they're just lost and confused in their life right now? People used to tell me, just wait till you get to your 30s. It gets so much easier. I don't feel like that. Do I want to start a whole new career path? Do I want to keep my job? Do I just want to take whatever money I have left to my name and just run to Europe? Do I live in a city? Do I live on a farm where there's a bunch of cows and sheep and cute little dogs running around? I can just frolic in the flowers and just be a farm girl. I'm 33. Do I need to try and look for a husband right now? I don't know. Do I just get a van and me and my little dog just go trip around and go on little road trip adventures together and experience things? Like, that sounds fun. Do I just move to a super cheap island and just work in a smoothie shack, you know? Like, there's no right or wrong in life, but it's like there's so many options and paths that you can take that I don't know anymore. I want to do so many things, but at the same time, I don't know what to do. Also, I don't really have the financial freedom right now to be able to experience a lot of things.
It's amazing what happened to women when they've actually grown up but haven't actually matured. This idea that women mature before men is a myth. What we're constantly seeing are women who honestly think that they could be middle-aged, 33 years old, about to hit geriatric pregnancy at 35 years old, who still haven't figured it out yet. Men don't have that luxury. Men never did. And I had this discussion with my wife, and it's a constant back and forth with my wife because we got 2 teenage daughters. One's 18, just finished her A-levels. And she wants to go to uni to study a degree that ChatGPT and all of the AI software right now have literally already eliminated. Business administration. Come on, guys. And my wife is arguing with me that, even if she goes into the work environment, she's going to need a degree to actually get a job, any job. And I'm trying to say to her that it's a futile way of looking at life because every employer will immediately recognize that her degree doesn't make a damn bit of sense because AI is doing the same job for them. One of the most at-risk jobs right now are entry-level jobs straight out of college, especially the soft skill jobs for women. Many companies have already stopped hiring for that. And I keep telling my wife, our job is to make sure that she gets into a relationship right now where she is now at her peak beauty, her peak fertility, where she's incredibly attractive to every single man out there that wants a beautiful, young, fertile wife. Focus on finding a man. But of course, like all other women, she's grown up in the era where, that's too young to get married. And I'm telling her, all of the women who have done it in the reverse are now suffering. And that's what I want to show you guys today because I want to warn other young women out there.
I'm a stay-at-home daughter.
And what does that mean?
I just exist and my parents pay for everything.
Yeah, that's what I got to deal with right now. Now you understand why I needed to get her married off to get out of the house. Because they do get expensive to maintain, Forget the fact that a lot of these 35, 40-year-old women, they're done. Men are not rushing to marry these women. And I'm trying to show my wife, listen, look at these women out here crying. They're in what you call the panic stage of life. Anywhere between the age of 28 to 35. Massive panic because their biological clock is running out very, very fast. Most men are not checking for them. Their attractiveness has declined. And that's what we want to talk about because I want to warn women en masse that if you do not get your shit together, forget the whole phase, forget the traveling, forget all of that fun stage. That was a lie that was pushed to you by feminism. Focus on your career early. No, don't do that. The reason for that is because once you focus on your career early, well, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, like this video, my friends. This is one video that you should be sharing to all of your female friends, all of your male fathers who have young teenage daughters. This is the video that should be shared. Okay? Book a session if you haven't already, my friends, and subscribe. And of course, make some money. Pick up one of my digital products. People are using them and they are doing very well. I'm so proud to see so many people using it and enjoying it. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Of course, yesterday, Father's Day, I launched my petition for mandatory paternity testing to all babies born. Please click on the link in the bio, and I'll also pin it in the comment section of this video so that you guys can easily click on it. Just say that you approve this message. It's no signing. It's just you saying, hey, I agree with this idea. That's all. It's very easy, very quick. We need mandatory paternity tests to stop men from getting screwed over by unscrupulous women. Whether they know it or not, a man should not be providing for another man's child without his direct knowledge. So today, my friends, we're going to talk about women panicking.
You know the worst of the panic years? 29. 29, you haven't bought a house, you're not married, you have no children.
Yeah, because you've been told that this thing is going to be easy. You focus on your education, you come out of school, you get a great job, you get some good money, you save the money, and then you buy a nice house and you don't need a man. Yeah, the panic years. That's what they call it, the panic years.
In my early 20s, it was fun, cute, fresh. It was like, oh, I'm in my early 20s, I'm post-grad, like, yeah, let's live it up, I'll make all the mistakes, fuck it. And then mid-20s is like, okay, I'm starting to learn from the mistakes, but also like, fuck it. And then late 20s, I'm just like, fuck it all. But like, it shouldn't be that way, I don't think, right? I don't know. In my late 20s, but mentally feel like I'm in my early 20s. And I don't know if that's because of the whole like 2020 situation, or if that's because I have and had a lot of healing my inner teen work to do, which could still work on, but so I don't know if like my mental age is just different because of all of that, or I don't know if I'm just late to the game of being in my late 20s, but I feel like everyone around me has their life a little more together.
You know, I hate to say it, but there are certain studies out there that sort of indicate that most women don't mature beyond age 17. And they literally do this to themselves because they're really trying to retain as much childlike or feminine qualities not to grow old. It's almost like men who think they still got it in their later years when the body ain't saying shit, but they still think that they can physically do things that they can do back in high school. It's no different. But women do it when it comes to their beauty and their mentality. And they try to stretch out this so-called fun years because society have told them that they should be having a lot of fun. Fun. It's all about fun. They got to be happy and they should be having fun. The same shit you tell your kids, not realizing that adulting, growing up, there's no fun in that at all. It's just getting through life. And life was never guaranteed to be easy for any human being. Actually, for no species on Earth has that ever been guaranteed. None. Every single animal out there has to survive on a daily basis. Even the lion, when he's hunting, the chances of him dying is great. There is no apex creature out there that is immune from being hunted, slaughtered, bitten, poisoned, falling, breaking something, and of course, aging. None of them. But for some reason, women are told that they are supposed to be protected, provided for, and never have to have a hard life. So they have this mentality that I shouldn't have to grow up. I deserve to be happy. That is a child's mentality. What do we always say? Every child deserves to be a child, and every child deserves to be happy, right? But women tend to think that this goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. And because we have a society that caters to that delusion continuously, women leave the childbirth, the responsibility, and the normal course of life, meaning find a mate, reproduce, build with that mate, stay with that mate for the end of your life so that you can both live in some measure of comfort. But no, you've been told, go through your whole phase early in life. Get out of high school, go traveling, go traveling, backpacking around Europe, and go to get on a boat and do all the happy things by yourself with your girlfriends. Go through your whole phase, and then go and focus on your career. Try to build a career. Try to get the bag. Then when you hit your late 20s, 30s, then a man will find you attractive. No, that shit was done the wrong way. And because you're now panicking at this age because your biological clock is ticking, you start to panic. You start to freaking put out videos on TikTok talking about, oh, you're depressed and how you wasted your years. When men have been telling you from day one, don't do that. You're doing it wrong.
The panic years. That's how my 20s have felt anyway. A panic to be perfect, to have everything figured out before 30. A panic to stay ahead of the cost of living crisis, buy a house, all while staying present because you're only in your 20s once, remember? A panic when people's success on LinkedIn makes your stomach drop. Or a panic when you've got no plans on a Friday night but the rest of Instagram stories does. A panic to constantly self-improve, to read more books until reading more books becomes more of a chore than a hobby that you do just to tick off a to-do list. A panic to make people proud and to spend time with aging grandparents, to keep up with trends, plans with friends and skincare. Quite frankly, I am tired of panicking about them like years. But I know I'm going to continue to panic about them anyway.
There's a reason why so many modern women are on meds. If you guys watched my video from a couple of days ago, they say that 1 in 4 women, 1 in 4, that's 25% of females are on psych meds. Think about that shit. Pharmaceutical companies are dancing all the way to the bank because feminism have told women a big freaking lie. Women are not getting the results that they should be getting from this so-called push to be the boss bee and to be independent. You ladies are not getting the results. I don't have to tell you it. You can see it blooming in front of your eyes. You're starting to see through the fog of disillusion that you were fed. Now, this is how some women try to convince you that it's all okay. Right here. Unbelievable.
I'm in my 30s. Yes, I have random ass back pain, knee pain, neck pain. I'm pretty much falling apart, but hey, at least I look good.
According to who? Women have this idea that because I think I look good, then everybody else thinks I look good. You have back pain because you're in freaking 6-inch heels. You're getting to that age now where, hey, the bones are saying, you know what? I can't do these heels. You need to get into some flats. So this illusion is just constantly pushed by other women, pretending like it's all okay.
I'm in my 30s. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. And I don't care what you like. I'm in my 30s. I'm not dating for fun. I'm dating for a husband. So what's your credit score? Are you open to therapy? Have you been arrested? How many kids you got, baby mamas? How many girls you follow on IG? You on a dating app? You play video games? You friends with your ex?
Yeah. And every man just go, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. At least the men she wants. But these women love to keep up the illusion. So all of these other girls that are coming behind her, she's making sure that she screwed their lives up as well. Women are not here to help other women out. That is another big lie. There is no sisterhood. These older women are competing against the same men that want the young girls. So if they can destroy those young girls and try to grab those men who are now their age but have already achieved some measure of success, because back in the day, those young boys that she grew up with, they never had any money. It's only when they hit their 30s and 40s. Those men weren't out there freaking going on boys' trips and buying toys and all of that shit. They were grinding. They were grinding, investing their money because their goal is to save enough money to be able to buy a home, to be able to provide for a wife and child. Whereas the money that the woman was making, all she was thinking about is, I need to go and travel and have some fun and whole life and just have fun in my 20s. None of that money is being saved. So what happens? Now she hits 30. There's no down payment. She's tired. That so-called career that she had. Not really a career. It's a job. Let this woman describe it here.
About to have a mentee be. I've never felt more confused about my life than I do now. I can't stand to look at my social media because I swear someone's having a baby, someone's getting married, and I just feel like I'm so behind in my life. I haven't been in a relationship for 2 years. Parts of me feels unlovable. I left a career that I hated for another career that I hated as well. I feel like a failure because I don't know what makes me happy. And all the jobs that would make me happy, they're just like, hey, you need 10 years of experience. I feel like my life has been a series of setbacks, and I'm just waiting for the day the universe decides to reward me back. I'm sick of feeling like it's me against the world. No one prepares you for the amount of friendships you outgrow. Watching your parents get older is so heartbreaking. I'm sick of comparing my life to everyone I see on the internet. The best way I can describe it is I'm sick of being an adult. I'm sick of having responsibilities. I'm sick of having bills. I'm sick of having a job. I'm sick of not having a job. I'm sick of dealing with life and all the nuances and the ups and downs. I just want to be a kid again. I just want to know what it was like not to have responsibilities, not to feel like there's just so much pressure on you all the time. It would be really nice to wake up one day and just enjoy the life that you've built, but we can't. Not in this economy, not with the way that the world is built and how we have to slave every day to just get by with our lives. I don't know if anyone else is feeling this way, but being in your late 20s is hard. And I don't even know how to feel.
And she's only in her late 20s. Wait till mid-30s hit her and nothing has changed. I told you, I just want to be a kid again. I didn't say it. She did. I told you, gentlemen, ladies, most women don't want to grow up. They cannot deal with the everyday grind of life on their own. She just left a job that she hated and found a job that she still hates. But feminism told you, no, get out there in the workplace and be the boss, bitch. You go out there and grind, girl. A lot of these women are now waking up and realizing, holy crap, I've been lied to. These are not my words, man. I just love going over to the TikTok asylum and pulling these records out. Because all this is, I'm showing you, are confessions of women on the proverbial couch talking to their TikTok therapists. You're just hearing their inner thoughts, my friends. This is therapy for a lot of these women. And of course, they're looking for sympathy. Don't think that this is just only their thoughts. You got to understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to pull at a man's heartstrings so that he could feel sympathetic to them and come and rescue them. That's what these girls are looking for. So don't think that this isn't strategic. Putting on makeup and strategy, my friends. They know exactly what they're doing. It's a manipulation tool.
I thought being in your early 20s was like supposed to be fun. I see all these bitches having so much fucking fun. I am miserable. Miserable. To my core, miserable. What the fuck? This shit sucks. I'm suing whoever told me that this was supposed to be the most fun time in my life, because it is not. Definitely not. Not even close.
Yeah.
A lot of women that I speak to have a lot of anxiety also around aging. What do you say to that? Because you are stunningly beautiful at 88 years old. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your age.
Almost 89, but however, there is just so much beauty in aging because you're also projecting, you're exuding wisdom, experience of life, and you're able to instill that in those around you, in your family, your friends, strangers that you may meet. I think there's beauty in aging. Aging is a privilege denied to many. Absolutely.
I hate how women like to big up themselves. There's nothing stunningly beautiful about an 89-year-old woman. The reality of it is, you guys don't have to come at me. She's not beautiful. She exudes who she is. Let's not fool ourselves. The point is that we have to learn to embrace our own inner self, our own inner beauty. It's not all external. I will never look at myself at approaching 60 now going, oh, you're such a handsome man. Oh, and take that. No, boss. There's nothing overly handsome about this. No. 20, 30 years ago? Yeah, sure. But the point is that I have accepted that I am still here. I am still staying fit and healthy at this age, but I know that. But the word beauty or handsome shouldn't come into your vocabulary. I should be admired for other things. Just like I would admire this 89-year-old woman. She shows grace, poise. She's taking care of herself. She speaks well. She seems highly intellectual and humble. That, my friend, is where the beauty, quote unquote, I would say attractiveness lies in her. But women have to stop lying to each other. I think once they stop doing that, they will be okay. I want to feature this last woman because I'm going to show you a sequence here.
I'm a 28-year-old woman and I'm currently in my panic years. Panic years are the ages from 28 to 35 as a woman where you have to decide, do you want kids, do you want to focus on your career, or do you want none of those things? And for me, I've always wanted kids, I've always wanted to be a mum, but at the moment, I'm just not ready. So I've been focusing on my career. But at the same time, everyone around me is having kids, getting married, settling down. And I'm kind of just getting started and I just want to keep traveling and having fun. And the thing is, being a woman, you do have a body clock. Don't care what anyone says. And you also think, do I want to be an old mum? Do you know what I mean? Like, or do I want to be a young mum? Like if I had kids right now. So yeah, it's definitely a stressful time. But I just want to keep traveling and having fun for a few years until I'm in my 30s, and then I'll probably decide.
So I decided to just let me look at her profile a bit. Let's see what kind of lifestyle she has. Because at 28, she's in the danger zone, right? So, of course, what did I find? Men be sliding into my DMs like, and she shoots out the end, right? I had to take out the copyright music, so I had to put in my own music there. So obviously, she's getting attention. She's not a bad-looking woman at all. So there's a lot of men in the DMs. That's what she's telling you. But then let's look at this video. So she's not 28 anymore. She's 29. And what I'm trying to demonstrate to you, ladies, is this shit goes by fast. And if you think that you're going to get more attractive to men as you get older, you're freaking delusional. I'm going to keep an eye on her. Big titties, she's aging fast because the titties are dropping, the hips are getting wider, and she's starting to put on a little juice. I could see this going horribly wrong as she gets older if she don't keep her body together. But let's see how she lives right now. POV. You check into Australia's only 5-star hotel in Forbes Travel Guide 2025. So she's at the pool. She's just kicking back. Drinks. A lot of hotels. Traveling. Just doing her thing. In other words, she's spending all of her residual income. There is no investing here. The majority of her posts is all about her staying here, traveling here, going to this place. So in other words, the money is being wasted at the most crucial time in her life where she should be accumulating assets. She's spending the money on fun. Classic mistake. Classic. So all you're seeing here, gentlemen, is another woman who do not want to freaking grow up. So even though she recognized that she's in the panic years, her brain cannot switch off. Her level of maturity cannot kick in to tell her, hey, I need to stop this shit. I need to get serious about my life. Because if she's panicking now, wait till 32 comes. Wait till 35 comes. Yeah. Because 40 then rushes up to you and just punch you in the freaking face so fast. Seen it happen to so many women, man. All of a sudden, you're on psych meds, depressed, your job sucks, you have no money saved, no man wants you under the age of 70 years old, and you're wondering, where the hell did I go wrong? Make that shit make sense. Share this video with any woman you know, my friends. Of course, like this video on the way out. Remember to sign the petition, my friends. Let's stop paternity fraud. We need to stop it. And of course, pick up my Content Creators Toolkit. And better yet, check out the Digital Vault so that you can have as much content as you need right now to post instantly and start making some money. All right. So my friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And of course, check out some of my older videos, okay? I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and I created a video every day. So there's a lot of beautiful older videos up there that you guys should check out. All right? And of course, if you also want to learn how to build your YouTube channel, I'll be available. Book a session. All right? So until tomorrow, my friends, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.